told him it's a demon.
Yeah, they're not like gonna say you never had a friend like me and burst into
No, it's
song.
not a genie.
Yeah, well,
They think
apparently it's a misconception, so don't do it.
Listen, I don't know the difference.
We're all going in knowing it's dangerous.
A djinn will grant wishes if he can catch it in, like, supposedly in, like, mythology, but that's like Arabian Nights stuff. I never read any of that.
It's like getting a wish from the devil. You don't want to do it.
It'll turn into a monkey's paw.
You don't turn into a monkey's paw, but it's the same concept.
How does that story go? I've never actually read it.
It's just, well, the stories are going to make it sound better, but like the actual factuals of it it'll go bad. And she does say actual factuals.
There's no actual factuals that there's ever been a monkey's paw or it attacked with a demon. Pandora.
Yes, there is. You know, for a Crowley, you are really out of touch.
Wow.
Listen, I don't believe in any of this. I just thought it was a neat way to pass time. So if you guys want to go and find a djinn or whatever, yeah, sure, let's do it. I'm down.
We totally are.
Honor an old man stuff.
I got stuff to do your roots. Same color, by the way.
Whose roots?
Who is it who has, out of character, who is it who has blue hair?
Xavier.
Yeah, Xavier. The only other person who has hair like mine.
I mean, they're not the only person with dyed hair.
No, but the same.
But it's similar color.
We both have bombshell blue.
Okay.
You could have bombshell blue hair if you want, Pant.
I totally do, because she dyes her hair too, but...
Oh.
You said it was dyed blonde.
I did. That's why I wasn't sure who they were referring to.
Ah, yes. No, the other person with crazy color hair.
I now realize why Medulla is allowed in the apartment, because they also are like, nah, this stuff is crazy. And Randall's like, thank you! Somebody else!
I just need something to pass time. I'm not even a student.
I'm even supposed to be here today.
So, you guys want to go to the farmhouse tonight? Did you want to find that book?
No.
Wait, okay. So can y'all give me a rundown from the top? Because you were gonna go see a guy, and then now you came back with a book and a box.
All right. So here's the not crazy version of events. We went to go talk to a guy who was really sick. He told us that him and his friends summoned a monster, and he wanted us to go take a look at it. Then Xavier took his box. He threw up on Xavier. Then
I didn't take his box. He gave his box to us.
He stole the box out of his hands.
I did not.
You mean Pandora's box?
Yes.
No.
And then he just got puked all over. And then we did the nurse call button. And then we took off. And then we came here. And then Xavier's been reading the journal. And we've been looking at this box with hieroglyphics on it. And apparently, two of these people, friends who helped with the whole summoning thing, one of them died and the other one went crazy, and they summoned a monster with 1,000 maws.
It's definitely not a djinn.
What's a maw?
Like a mouth.
It's a mouth.
Oh, it's a mouth. Okay, so that sounds catastrophic.
Yeah, it sounds pretty bad.
It was enough for someone to go crazy.
So, I glance over, and do I see the cup of black ichor?
Oh, I totally brought it in.
Oh, Pandora! This is literally how we get thrown out of places. Listen, I like working here. If you want me to continue bringing you potato wedges,
hey,
gotta not.
$20 if you drink it.
No! Whoa! First of all...
50.
No!
I kind of want to see it.
This doesn't seem like a good idea.
I mean...
It's gonna be my bathroom that he's gonna he's gonna destroy when we get home after he gets sick from this.
I mean,
they get sick from this. Sorry.
Xavier, are you feeling any adverse effects from when he puked on you?
Listen, getting puked on and then consuming puke is a bit different. This came out of the dude. It's tar.
Yeah, I only got the 20. Okay, fine. I'm not even gonna ask how you know that. First and second.
What, you've never walked by when they're redoing roads?
Oh, I heard asshole.
No, asphalt.
Oh, okay. No, that checks out.
Yeah, it smells like an asshole. No.
You do you.
Right. So no, Xavier, I don't think we should go tonight because
we were gonna check out the library tomorrow. Remember?
Okay, so library tomorrow. I'll finish this book tonight.
That would probably be a good idea.
Right.
So
my bike's out back. Do you have the bike rack set up on top of your car?
Yes, I have bike racks.
Who was here for that entry?
Which entry?
March 20th.
March 20th. That would have been everyone but Medulla.
All right, then everyone except for Medulla loses 1d2 sanity.
Ooh.
No.
1.
All right. 1d2.
So type in /R 1d2.
Yes.
There should be a space between R and 1d2.
Okay, cool. So that stays. And when you edit it, just make sure you change the left side. Because I think there are ways to get sanity back. You just don't want to lower your maximum.
And all of you have gained some knowledge of Cthulhu mythos. So you add 1.
Hell yeah.
To your Cthulhu mythos skill. As well as ticking the box next to the occult skill on your sheet.
What do you mean? We hit the
you
dot?
Hit the circle, yep.
Yeah.
And
so Cthulhu mythos goes to 1?
Yes.
Yes, 1%.
But that also I believe that also means that we drop our max sanity from 99 to 98.
Yes.
Wait, we start off with 100?
No, you start out with max sanity is 99.
Yeah.
I thought my sanity was the same as power.
That's your current sanity. Your maximum that you can have is 99.
Where's that at?
That's right next to it.
So the left box is your current and the max is your right box.
Oh. So do I also bring down my sanity?
No, you weren't there for it.
Okay, cool.
You didn't gain the mythos, the occult, or any of that because you weren't present.
Oh.
You got the offhand talk about it.
Okay.
But they got the journal entry itself. So, and then there's a couple more entries. So, March the 24th, 1974. Alan intends to leave Arkham, travel to find a solution to this crisis. He said that he intends to seek out occult scholars in New Orleans. I pray he is successful, but my hopes are not high at this point. He insisted that I be custodian of the gold sarcophagus and not show it to anyone. What's even more odd is that he instructed me not to visit or even live in Boston. I can only guess as to why, as he will not tell me his reasoning, apart from his insistence that it is for my own safety. Marion still thinks that the thing could yet be destroyed, or at least dispelled, but none of us who remain have the stomach for such an undertaking. I hope you can find a way to safely banish it without another of us falling to its malevolent grip.
Yeah, this sounds pretty fake.
Sounds
Yep.
awesome.
Listen, the frickin' Hollywood Tower of Terror sounds more appealing.
That's just as awesome.
It's a drop. That's it. It's a drop.
It's
Do you
like
drops?
it's like 3 drops. First of all, you go all the way up. You look at the California skyline. Then you go down, and it bounces you back up. You look at it again, and you go back up, and it's slightly not as high, and then it slows you back down. You get like 3 drops.
Keeper, can I get the date for that entry again?
It was March 24th, 1974. And there's March 26th. Same year. We now believe that the spell we cast to summon it inextricably bound the thing to the house. Alan went back this morning to retrieve some of our belongings and store our ritual accoutrements. He says that he heard it bumping around in the attic over his head, cursing him all the while. He said that it also told him that it only has to wait us out. When we who were present are all dead, it will roam the earth freely, slaughtering and feasting. Thankfully, the warding signs carved by Alan during better times that seem so long ago now, apparently are effective and bar the thing entry except into the attic of the farmhouse. I might be able to sleep a few hours tonight knowing it is bound to the attic and cannot harm anyone else. I am hopeful for the first time since we stupidly released it from the amber. If it told him the truth, then we have time to seek the answer. God be with you in your search, my friend. Then there's no major entry until October 14th of 1974. And this is the last entry. I just discovered that Marion Allen is dead. Has been dead for some months now. She was murdered in New Orleans this past August. I suspect that she spoke to the wrong sort of people about the things she has seen, and they killed her. Newspaper mentions the sarcophagus, so they may have been after the gold. That is 3 of us gone now. I must do something. I've already begun ancient history classes at the university, so I believe I'll try to research the problem in the farmhouse by that manner. Perhaps I will uncover an ancient secret, how to rid our world of that beast in my own way. And then there's a newspaper clipping taped to the last entry. And it says, August 14th, 1984. So it's a jump of 10 years. And its headline is Brutal Murder at Docks. New Orleans. The body of Miss Marion Allen, late of Arkham, Massachusetts, was discovered early this morning near the Gulf and Panama docks. A victim of foul play, the woman was identified by local witnesses who said that Miss Allen had been seen in the locale the evening before. Although robbery was the apparent motive, police report that the victim had gruesome marks carved into her forehead and her tongue had been cut out. Miss Allen had reportedly gone to the police earlier this week, claiming that she was being followed and that she feared for her life. She said her shadowy pursuers were after an Egyptian artifact she no longer possessed. And beneath that is a list of names written in different colored inks. Robert Mencken, March 1974. Harold Copley, August 1974. Marion Allen, August 1974. Crawford Harris, January 2007. Cecil Jones, (2016). And the last name is Rupert Merriweather. No date.
Wait, Rupert Merriweather was the guy,
Mhm.
right?
Yes.
Oh, that would be Medulla saying that out loud. Can I pull a pen from my bag and hold it out? Maybe write the date.
You want to write in 2020?
Oh, you're totally a believer.
Yeah, I'll take the pen and write today's date, 2020.
All right.
Who said I was a believer? I'm just trying to figure out what's going on.
You're totally writing in for the ritual.
So after that long read, Xavier can summarize that the journal basically describes students at Miskatonic University in Markham, Massachusetts. They called themselves the Dark Brotherhood, and this was the splinter group that Rupert Merriweather joined. He did not actually create it. They held their first meeting in the late spring of 1973, and Rupert Merriweather was the group's recording secretary. There were 6 members, including Marion Allen, their founder and their nominal leader. In June of 1973, Merriweather purchased a deserted farmhouse outside of Ross's Corners. This was the place where they could conduct their experiments in privacy. They represented themselves as a student literary fraternity. They cleaned and furnished the place, while Marion Allen carved special warding signs over the wooden doors and windows. At the time, the others were amused at such precautions. A series of experiments, innocent and apparently ineffective attempts to contact the spirit world, are then detailed. And the list of names are supposedly the 6 who belong to the Dark Brotherhood, followed by the date, we presume to be the date of their death. Dates have been written in various colored inks, all by the same hand, suggesting that Meriwether kept an account of the deaths of his companions over several years.
Well,
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
Our group at this table. If we left any of the items out on the table, I'm gonna say during the reading, Angelica's just gonna slowly start putting the stuff back in the box and just slowly shutting it. Because that one entry about that poor lady who just got for talking to people, kind of like, oh, that doesn't sound good.
You're worried that the murder cult just hangs out at Applebee's.
They're just,
Yep.
they're just watching.
I mean, we did decide to like open the thing and read it, in public. Totally the best thing to do. Absolutely.
2 tables over, there's just a bunch of guys in hoods like, when I'm done with these french fries, I'm fucking killing all those damn kids. Every single one of them.
We found it. But it's Applebee's night. You can't kill anyone.
Yeah, I mean, the stuff has been around the table for like 4 hours, so yeah, you can totally have her quietly pick up stuff.
Why do I get the feeling this is going to end up like frickin' Hot Fuzz? Anybody watch the movie Hot Fuzz?
Yes. The greater good.
Everyone's watched the movie.
The greater good. Amber, have you seen that movie?
I'm the odd one out.
No!
Have you? Okay.
Movie night.
We need to watch.
Yep, definitely a movie night.
It's really good. So basic premise, like this is entirely out of character. Basic premise of Hot Fuzz. This police officer who's they're the guys from Shaun of the Dead. It's like all the same cast. It's all the same people.
Okay.
So the guy with ginger hair and the fat guy, they're like the 2 main police officers. The ginger haired guy came from the big city, and the larger fella, like, he's lived in this small town his entire life, and so doesn't think anything's going on. So there's been a series of quote-unquote accidents, just, accidents that happen.
Like a woman tripping and falling on her own shears.
Yeah, just accidents. These things happen. Totally. Accidents. No motive, no murder, none of that. But the city cop just goes, yeah, you guys have the highest number of accidents out of the entire fucking country, or some bullshit like that. And it turns out, like, I'm just gonna very quickly summarize. It turns out it's a cult where they're trying to become have the most nice-looking, pristine community for the greater good. So, people who don't want to prune their hedges get whacked. Shit like that.
So
They painted their house an ugly color, and we told them to change it, and they didn't want to. They got whacked. Like, that's what happened in the movie.
It has the greatest ending sequence in a movie.
It does.
Ever.
I won't spoil it for you. We have to watch the movie.
Oh,
so
good.
Movie night.
movie night at Rylan and Pandora's house.
Yes. Medulla, like, starting to think, hey, since we're we're dealing with, cults and bullshit. Let's just have a movie night and watch Hot Fuzz and ignore this for a little while.
Till tomorrow when we go investigate it again.
I guess, yeah, sure.
Now
There
I really
is
want
still the letter.
I want to do an actual movie night.
I thought that was just the deed.
But we have to do
No,
it.
they were separate.
No, we don't have to do it.
We identified
That'd
that
be
they were
fun.
separate.
All right, yeah, let's take a look at the letter.
Oh God. I pat Angelica on the shoulder, like, I'm sorry.
Yep,
We can do it in the car.
Read it.
We're not in the car.
We can do it in the car. We can pay
Yeah.
and
Can we
leave.
take this and like, can you all pay your bills so we can get the fuck home? Please, I need time enough to do X's hair before you guys have classes tomorrow, and also I have to sleep for
Alright.
work.
You're ready to go, but we just got here.
No, we didn't just
you
get.
all
We've been
have
here for 4
for
hours.
4 hours.
We
I
just
have
got
been
here.
sitting in this place for an hour, so like, yeah, it's been a while.
Fine.
I have been sitting for 4 hours.
Yeah.
I've been reading for 4 hours.
This is the action sequence in Call of Cthulhu, guys.
It really is.
This was very action.
So,
Much
dear
action, very
friends,
wow.
dear friends,
Yes.
in the years after the nightmarish events of that night in my youth, I have seen many strange things. Only now do I begin to grasp the truth of reality and the scope of what is happening in the world. I've tried in my small way to combat the horrors and make amends for my past in bringing one to our plane of existence. What I have left to offer, what riches and wealth I have, I will put to good use in dealing with these abominations. It is the very least this old coward can do. Could never make myself go back to that little farmhouse and put those events to rights. I too gravely feared that which my friends and I loosed upon this countryside. Nothing of consequence has yet taken place. With my death, I fear the bonds will be broken and that horror freed come and go as it pleases. Lives not yet taken already weigh heavy on my conscience. The method of delivering the thing out of this world is still in that accursed house. The translations made by Marion from the book De Vermis Mysteris. I was never strong enough to take on the task, but I have hope that you are. In ridding the world of this, perhaps you will save my soul from hell, for I fear that my deeds have not been enough to release me from this heavy burden. I do not expect your forgiveness for what I ask of you. Rupert Merriweather.
You know, he could have at least.
So basically, what he wants us to go to a farmhouse out in the country?
And finish
Yes.
what he wasn't
He's
brave
given
enough
you
to
the
do.
deed and the key to it, pretty much.
That was in character. Sorry.
And banish the demon that resides there.
Oh yeah, a typical Tuesday. Thankfully, I'm
know,
off
right?
tomorrow.
That is good, because
We have to find that book, though.
Okay, well, where's the book?
In the
we gotta
library.
find it.
Wait.
It's
You
at the
mean
university.
The one at the college?
Mhm.
College.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was
Right.
what we were talking about. We
There.
were going there tomorrow.
Okay, just double checking. Sorry. There's a lot of things from cults to gin to maybe pour me a gin and tonic and
Aw, see,
Stuff.
you are drinking. All right, waves down the waiter.
Anyways, movie night.
movie night.
Fine, we'll take the
and-
gin to
and
go.
hair stuff.
We're already in the car.
We're in the car.
Liquor store.
Fine, I'll stop.
Get me some Midori.
Some
I don't have